Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick little showcasing on why my jumps have been getting more height than some people can with their spacebar jumps sometimes. I've been watching a bunch of different streamers who have been having issues with skips around the map or different shortcuts. Like a big one here would be tower skip. So normally if you aren't quick enough with your spacebar presses, you can have the issue to where you won't be able to make certain skips, but if you are quick enough, you will be able to get that height. But for me personally, I do not have that speed to be able to do that consistently. So what I do is I bind mouse wheel down to jump also. And what I do is not too fast of a jump, but not too slow. Because if you go too fast, it will act like you're just giving one wing flap. There's not going to be a spasm here, like if you were to have a moderate scroll speed. So what it is you do a little scrolling like this, and then right as soon as that scroll ends, when you're at the height, you hit spacebar. This will give you more height than just a slow or moderate spacebar double press, so you do a scroll into a jump, and that will give you more height. So if you were to try it up on here, you will notice with spacebar, because I'm pretty slow with it, I'm not able to make this jump consistently. I might be able to once or twice, but I won't be able to get this skip on my first or second try with my speed. So what I do is I hold shift for this skip to make it easier. I hold shift to run, I do a scroll, and then I jump. And it is able to give me the height I need to clear it. And sometimes, if you get a good enough scroll, with the timing, you can make it without even having to mantle. So in some of these skips, you don't even have to run. You can just do the scroll, and that would give you, with the spacebar, and that would give you enough height to clear that without even having to mantle. I know there's a different one I was showing a streamer last night, or a different runner, who was having issues with this skip over here. Normally when you give if you have the slower speed to the jump, you won't get enough height, and that height will lead to less like strafing time, so it's harder to clear this jump. So normally what I do is scroll wheel, a little bit of strafing, and you can clear that jump. And if you do a little bit better of movement with that, you can get it on without even having to grapple and waste time trying to climb up. There is a bunch of different spots around the map where this can be useful. Just being able to get extra height or extra uh, time to strafe to clear more jumps is a big thing. I know over here is a good one. Sometimes I was watching people get nervous trying to do this one. Normally with spacebar, I'm not quick, so I struggle to make that jump. But normally with spacebar, or with my scroll wheel that I do, I don't even have to strafe like a madman. I can just do a basic scroll into jump, and then I can just slowly glide over and land. And that's a big part of most skips, is being able to get the height, or to be able to get extra time to strafe. So now this is another one that you can test it out if you're trying to learn. With spacebar, you can get it, you just have to be quick with it. But with scroll wheel, a nice slow scroll, and you can even land on top of it without having to grapple. And then just over here, there's another spot with a slow scroll. You can land on this without having to grapple up. It saves you time, and it helps you get the skip more consistently if you are not a fast spacebar presser. Over here is another one that is kind of a big one. If you struggle with getting angel skip down, if let's say you bring your chariot up here, you jump on this, if you are having issues getting up to here, with the scroll wheel, you scroll into a jump, and you can easily grab that. Even down here, sometimes I'm not always consistent with the height, but if you do scroll, you can even get enough height to get up without even having to jump on the platform for that angel. So normally, if you aren't a fan of chariot skip, or it is not something that you practice quite a bit, you can always just ride through and park your horse over here. Now if the horse doesn't go too far over this right side, it will stay here. And what you can do is scroll and jump over, and you can make that height so you don't have to do the whole angel puzzle. But let's say why this would be useful is if you mess up chariot skip, like let's say you get enough height but you don't clear the bench. So normally you come over, take the right tire off, and then you get a little fling. Now let's say I didn't make that height. So what you're gonna do now is come over onto this, do a scroll, and then you can jump up. So something like that is really useful just to be used around the map in different spots. And it's just something that will help you out with movement, with time saves, and just a bunch of different skips in general. And I just wanted to make a video on that because I saw a bunch of people having issues, and I just wanted to make a little guide for them to be able to help them out so that they can improve their times. Thank you for watching.